Most people glance at the numbers on their paycheck and nod, believing it's enough. They pay bills, maybe save a little, and hope the future somehow works itself out. But what if I told you that with every passing year, the value of that money quietly shrinks, like sand slipping through your fingers, without you even noticing? That's the invisible thief we call inflation. And it isn't just an economic term. It's a force that affects the roof over your head, the groceries in your cart, and the freedom you hope to build. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching for the money you've been diligently saving, only to realize that it barely buys what it did a few years ago. That's the slow, silent erosion of wealth. You might not see it day to day, but over time, it can transform financial security into struggle. And most of us are blind to it because we've been taught to measure money in numbers, not in real value, the power it has to shape our lives. Take the story of Emma, a 32-year-old teacher who started saving $200 a month in her 20s. On paper, she was doing everything right. She didn't splurge, she invested cautiously, and she always kept a little extra tucked away. But over 10 years, the cost of living rose faster than her savings. That $200, once enough to cover a week's groceries, became a fraction of what she needed. She felt secure, yet the ground beneath her was shifting, and she never saw it coming. Inflation isn't just numbers on a chart, it's the reality of choices we make every day. It determines whether your paycheck keeps up with rent, whether your retirement plan actually allows for freedom, and whether the money you've worked for can carry the life you envision. And yet, so few people plan for it. They trust that tomorrow will mirror today, that the economy will be kind, that their money will hold its value. But history paints a different picture. Consider the post-1970s era in America when inflation soared to double digits. Families who had saved meticulously found themselves scrambling not because they were careless, but because the very value of their hard-earned money had eroded faster than they could react. And this isn't a distant story. It happens all the time in economies around the world. The difference between those who survive and those who don't isn't luck. It's understanding the unseen forces acting on their wealth. So what do we do with this knowledge? Awareness is the first step. Recognizing that cash in the bank is not immune to the pressures of rising prices changes how you think, how you save, and how you invest. It's why assets like real estate, stocks, and certain bonds aren't just investments, they are shields against the silent thief of inflation. They grow in value while the purchasing power of mere dollars slips away. It's not about gambling, it's about strategy. It's about realizing that money sitting idle is slowly shrinking, and that every financial choice, no matter how small, has a ripple effect on your future. It's about knowing that compounding, true compounding, doesn't work with cash alone. It works with assets that keep pace with, or ideally outpace, inflation. Most people will never see the invisible erosion until it's too late. They'll wonder why their plans don't match their reality, why retirement feels further away, or why a simple grocery run leaves them frustrated. But you don't have to be most people. You can start today. You can adjust, learn, and make choices that preserve and grow your wealth, even in the face of rising prices. The truth is simple yet profound. Inflation is a story told quietly in numbers, yet it speaks loudly in the life you live. Understanding it, planning for it, and respecting it, that is the difference between watching your money vanish and letting it work quietly for you, building the future you never thought possible.